Okay, so hopefully you've watched the introduction video already. We're going to start and we're going to do Monday on week 1, which is he stretched out his arms to the crystalline radiant sky. You can see, write out this week's sentence and identify each word as noun, pronoun, verb, adverb, adjective, article, preposition, conjunction, interjection, infinitive, genitive, participle. So that's what we're going to do for Monday. Now I'm going to set this list aside and I'm going to look at my help pages. Both of that list and this are available in Google Classroom. My help pages, you want to have them out as you go through this. So I'm going to start. Monday tells me to start with a noun. So I'm going to look for person, places, things, or ideas in this sentence. Now I know he is a person, but it's also a pronoun, and I know that, so I'm going to wait. Stretched out his arms. Arms is a thing. I'm going to go with a noun there. It should not be capitalized, so I'm going to do a lowercase n to mark the common noun. To the crystalline radiant sky is a thing. So again, a lowercase one, because that's not a word that should be capitalized. Okay, and I don't see any other nouns. So I go back to my help pages, and now I'm looking for pronouns. I have my list here. If I don't know what they are, I look them up. Okay, he's my first one. He is right here, which makes it nominative. Now I have to figure out, would somebody refer to themselves as he, to the person they're talking to as he, or to the person they're talking about as he? Well, it's not me. I don't refer to myself as he, even if I'm a guy. If I'm talking to a guy, I don't call him he, so it's third person if I'm talking about them. So this is third nom. Now we can label it pro, but this is good enough. And then I go along, okay, stretched is not on this list, out is not on this list, his is, where's his? Right there. So it's possessive. His, I don't see it anywhere else, so now, his is not myself, it's not the person I'm talking to, it's the person somewhere over there that's not here. So this is third possessive. Okay, that's an S. Okay, and now I found all my pronouns. So now I'm on to adjectives. First thing I'm going to look for the articles, a, an, and the. The is an article. Okay, and so now I know that, where are they? Adjectives modify nouns and pronouns, so they're going to describe those words, and they're going to answer which one, how many, or what kind. All right? What kind of he, how many he, which one of he? Nothing. What kind of he, how many he's, which one of he? Nothing. What kind of arms, which one of arms? Well, his is what kind of arms. If you had labeled this an adjective, I would not object, because a possessive pronoun is an adjective. Okay, going on. Sky. What kind of sky? Well, it's a radiant kind, so that's an adjective. And what kind of sky? It's also a crystalline sky, so that's an adjective. I think that's actually said crystalline. Okay, so I found all the adjectives. Adverb modifies verbs, modifies adjectives, verbs, and other adverbs. Since it modifies verbs, I'm going to go ahead and do it a little bit out of order, and I'm going to go down to where it says verbs on my list, and I'm going to find the verb next. It shows there are two types of verbs. They show either an action or state of being. It's an action verb, shows action. A linking verb links two words. It's the words that don't show, verbs that don't show actions. English is fun. That's what it is. Be, am, are, was. Do I have any of those? Okay, stretched. That's something you can do. So that is an action verb. I need to figure out the tense. Let's see. All of the hard tenses have helping verbs. So I know it's going to be one of the simple ones. Either going to be present, past, or future. Stretched. Well, that's not today and that's not tomorrow. That's past. So now I've got my verb labeled and I'm ready to go back to adverb. Okay? They modify adjectives, verbs, and other adverbs. So, verb. Does anything tell me how he stretched it out? I'm looking at the adverb questions again. Or when he stretched, or where, or to what extent. He stretched where? Out. That's an adverb. Okay, so then they cannot modify adjectives. How crystalline? No. To what extent crystalline? When crystalline? Where crystalline? No. How, when, where, to what extent radiant? No. So I'm done at this point with my adverbs. Now I move on to prepositions. Remember the frog and a log. Shows how a preposition is a word that shows how a frog can be related to a log. A frog could be on a log, under a log, behind a log, beside a log. Those are all prepositions. And I also give you a list right here of almost all of the prepositions, the most common ones. So I know the word I'm looking for is to, because it's the only word unlabeled. To, right there. So it can be. And I always check, it says, to see if it has an object, because it has to have an object. So I ask the preposition word plus the question what. Where's the preposition? To what? He stretched out his arms to the sky. So to is a preposition because it does have an object. I label them with P's. You can label them with prep if you want. I don't care. Okay, I've labeled all the words. So I might just check conjunctions. Yeah, I don't think any of these are conjunctions. I would have to have been wrong, and I don't think I was. I already did my verbs. Oh, interjection I almost missed, but I already did. I don't see any words that are interjections. Verbs I already did. Verbals are for 8th grade, so I'm going to ignore that. And we're done with Monday. That's it. Third person nominative, action verb past tense, adverb, third person possessive, noun, preposition, article, adjective, adjective, noun. Done.